3, 2, 1.
Gifted with a special gift? Bullied? Lonely? Well, let me introduce myself first. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and greetings toward all my listeners. My name is Diatena Sofia binti Roshidi, a Form 3 student from Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Nyalas. I am here today to do a special review about the book of my favorites. The book title is Will You Love Me by Nur Hafsah Hamid. Going to the story, do you guys remember the keyword that I mentioned during the early part of the video? Well, that keywords explain to us about the main character, Niza. Niza, a cardiologist that was gifted with a special gift. The special gift is she could see the unseen or a ghost. Well, even with this special gift, she was bullied, being called a freak, being ignored, or even worse, her bully used to lock her in a locker. They are so bad to her. Well, she then, after all of this miserable memory, she find a true friends. They were so close that all the people around them decided to call them the Three Musketeers. Why? It is because they were around each other all the time. They went everywhere together. Well, one day, she went to London alone because of a cardiac life support course there. Well, she felt so lonely because one of her friends decided to move back to Malaysia and the other one was so busy with his oncologist training. Well, on the train ride back to Liverpool, she then met a guy that worked in the same hospital as she is. That guy's name is Haris. Well, this is not their first encounter. Haris has first met Niza during the time Niza was hit with a stone on her forehead. She checked Niza and helped Niza. And Haris has fallen in love with Niza since the first time he laid his eyes on her. He had never had the courage to talk to her. And when he finally gathered some courage, it was already too late. Niza has already went back to Malaysia and opened a clinic there. Well, he decided to ask for Niza's friend for her number and her emails. Since that day, he always went to Malaysia for a trip. Not only because he wanted to meet Niza, but because he wanted to study with Niza's father, Dr. Ahmad. Dr. Ahmad has a clinic that practices modern treatment and Islamic treatment. Well, 2 days before he went back to Liverpool, he decided to ask Niza to meet him in a cafe. Well, in that cafe, he decided to ask Niza her hand in marriage. Well, like other romance story, of course Niza accepted his proposal. Well, 2 weeks before their weddings, Niza's father, Dr. Ahmad, came to Niza's clinic and hugged her all of a sudden. Niza was so shocked with his gesture and decided to ask him what happened. Niza's father calmly explained to Niza that her fiancé has died in a robbery accident. Her fiancé was walking to the mosque to perform a prayer and he was stabbed and died there. Niza was so sad that she locked herself in her room for a week. Her friends has finally consoled her to get out of the room. She finally went back to work after 3 weeks off, and she decided to went on a run in the park one day, and she bumped to her patient. Of course, the patient felt concerned toward her and asked her how she is doing. She explained to her patients about what happened to her life during the 3 weeks, and her patient gave her advice how to deal with the heartbreak. And my question here is, who do you guys think Niza ended up with? Well, the answer is Niza ended up with a patient that gave her the advice. The patient name is Joss. Well, they are a very sweet couple in my opinion. In my conclusion, here is the book tells us about a lot of good things. It tells us about the meaning of a true friend and how to deal with a heartbreak. Well, that is all from me, and I hope you guys enjoy listening to my review. Thank you very much.